Okay, do you want to hear the story about Bonobo and the dinosaur?
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
Yes.
So, one day, wait, a minute. One day, Bonobo was walking to school. And Bonobo was walking in the forest along a narrow path. Just strolling along, step, 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 step. And then he heard a sound. Tick, tick, tick. And he stopped. And he turned and looked. What was that sound? But he didn't hear it anymore. So he continued walking forward. He started walking and walking and walking. And then he heard the sound again. Tick, 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 tick. And he turned, he looked left, he looked right. The sound seemed to be coming from inside the forest. And so he said, that's strange. And he got a bit scared. And he started walking quickly.
But, Papa, you didn't put it in the Tony.
Yeah, no, I'm recording it in the Tony right now. So he started walking quickly. And then he heard the sound again louder. And he turned and looked in the forest and said, who is that? What is there? And he ran in and he opened the leaves. And what did he see inside the forest? A tiny little baby dinosaur. And he looked at it and thought, what? Is this a dinosaur? And the dinosaur looked at him. And he said, how can this be? There are no dinosaurs. Dinosaurs have been extinct for a long time. And the dinosaur looked at him. And then the dinosaur started crying and crying. And the dinosaur looked at him and said, I want my mama. I want my mama. And initially Bonobo was scared. And then Bonobo looked at him and he felt sad. And he said, oh, little dinosaur, are you lost? And the dinosaur said, yes, I'm lost and I want my mama. And Bonobo said, okay, you know what? I'm going to help you find your mama. And then he went to the dinosaur and they looked all around. And Bonobo thought to himself, how do I find the mama of this dinosaur? And he looked down to the ground and he had an idea. He said, wow, look, the dinosaur has footsteps. Let's follow the footsteps all the way back. And we'll find out where this dinosaur came from. So Bonobo held the dinosaur and they started following all the footsteps back. And they walked through the bushes and through the jungle and through the river and on top of a mountain and through a very leafy place. And then they got to a clearing, an empty place in the forest. And right there in the middle of the forest, with the footsteps leading straight to it, there was a door. No walls, no roof, nothing, just a door. And the footsteps seemed to come straight out of it. And Bonobo said, did you come out of there? But the dinosaur didn't answer. So Bonobo walked to that door and he opened the door. And inside there was another world. Looked just like our world. But the sky was red. And it was hot in there. And the air was so thick. And Bonobo looked out and he saw so many dinosaurs in that door. So many different creatures that he had never seen before. And the little dinosaur looked at him and looked in the door. And the dinosaur pointed his little arm in there and said, there is my mama, there is my mama. And he did one big jump into that door and he was gone in that world. And Bonobo looked at him and waved. The dinosaur waved back. And Bonobo closed the door slowly. And immediately he closed it, the door disappeared. The end.